I want to briefly explain our surf fishing rigs. I love these blade rigs. The little blade right there shimmers in the water and absolutely attracts fish from farther away and catches more fish than a traditional float rig. Just want to briefly go over how I rig them up. One of the most important things in surf fishing is to do what I call holding bottom, keeping your line tight to the weight and the weight not moving. Longshore currents here along the southern East Coast are very prevalent. So I just go ahead and run Chip the Sinker Guys Sputniks. This 2-ounce Sputnik in my mind is a little surf fishing cheat code. These circle hooks work better when there's tension on the line than if they can pick up that pyramid weight and then spit the hook out. This helps kind of set that hook by itself. Chip's weights come like this with the wire kind of flat like that. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you bend them down just like that. So you're going to bend these down just like that so that it kind of sits more like that. It's going to get in the sand, sit in the sand like that, and really, really hold. Now these things really do hold, so I also like to bend this part right here out. I like to bend it out so that it pops free a little bit easier from the sand. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on this one so that you can see here. Oh, that was a little too hard. So that when you're in the sand and you pull it, it then pops loose. And you can pull it in like that instead of fighting the weight the whole way in. So you're just going to clip this down here on the bottom. Make sure these are up before you cast it out. Then baiting these hooks, these are small hooks, but they're plenty strong. I catch big reds, I catch big stingrays. I've even caught some small sharks on this rig right here. The shark just had it right in the corner of the mouth and the mono was in his mouth. As long as your drag isn't super, super tight, these little hooks are really strong and will hold and not bend out. But let's go over how to bait these up. You are going to, I like to use shrimp. You can use sand fleas, you can use whatever bait you want. My go-to is shrimp. Shrimp has sections in it. There's 6 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get 6 baits out of each shrimp. So you're just gonna take 1 section of shrimp, just like that. Throw it on the hook. I'd also take the little case off there. Throw this on there. And then, because pinfish tend to be relentless, especially in the summer months, you're going to want to run a synthetic. My preferred synthetic is actually fish gum than fish bites. If you smell the fish gum, that's a very strong scent. You open this up, smell it. It doesn't smell like anything. I had been a proponent of fish bites. It does work, but I've actually switched over to fish gum. It is, in my mind, a better product. So we're just going to take a small piece of this again. Very small, just small tiny piece. Put the natural bait on first, put the synthetic on second. Just like that, and you're good to go. Cast that out. Make sure you don't have any slack in your line. I like using rods that have soft tips, but cast that out, keep your line tight to the weight, and you will be catching fish.